The exchanges will simplify. They will go from trading hundreds of tokens or thousands of tokens or tens of thousands of ideas, and they will simplify and they will consolidate. The ones that are going to last are going to focus on Bitcoin, right? They're going to realize that. The investors are going to realize they should focus on Bitcoin. The technologists, whatever their ideas, fast payments, DeFi, some token, any kind of security thing, they're going to focus on Bitcoin. They're going to focus on Bitcoin, Lightning. There'll be an explosion of interest in protocols. The VC are going to move over from crypto tokens, and you're going to see the VCs move over to Bitcoin and Lightning. You're going to see a renaissance of development on Bitcoin. You're going to see an acceleration of Lightning.
Renowned business executive and top Bitcoin investor Michael Saylor believes we are about to have the biggest explosion of retail investors, technologists, developers, and venture capitalists into Bitcoin. According to Michael Saylor, the years between 2023 and 2030 will be very pivotal ones for the largest cryptocurrency by market cap, because it is during this period that the great cryptocurrency experiment will end and everyone in the industry will return to the roots of the digital assets industry, which is Bitcoin. According to Saylor, the great crypto experiment started with people trying to fix Bitcoin. The first group of people, the maximalists, chose to fix Bitcoin by building on the Bitcoin network, working on the Lightning Network and Bitcoin applications, and raising billions of dollars to buy Bitcoin. On the other hand, others decided to choose the easy way. They brought the idea of yield generation, digital assets pegged to fiat currencies, and other forms of derivatives of Bitcoin that sacrificed some of the asset's most important qualities. Saylor believes everyone in that category is due for a rude awakening, as regulators and politicians are rejecting all of their ideas for fixing the digital asset space. As a result, the MicroStrategy executive chairman says the ongoing regulatory crackdown, though a tough pill to swallow for the rest of the cryptocurrency industry, will be very bullish for Bitcoin in the long term. Saylor expects U.S. regulators to continue their crackdown on everything but Bitcoin, spurring investors away from other crypto assets and into Bitcoin. With the explosion of investors, retail and institutional, into Bitcoin, Saylor believes even the biggest crypto bros will be forced to return to Bitcoin and focus on building on the Bitcoin network, joining the faction that has been doing this the hard way for years. The bottom line, Saylor adds, is that Bitcoin is about to regain its natural position in the cryptocurrency industry, not just as the leading asset, but the absolute focus of the entire cryptocurrency industry. Saylor discusses all this and more during a recent Fireside chat with Weiss, the chief executive officer of the Bitcoin Investment Group, who coincidentally orange-pilled Michael Saylor. As we bring you clips from another Saylor masterclass, please take a little time to like this video. Also, ensure you subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks and enjoy the video.
I read all the lawsuits. I read the CFTC lawsuit. I read the Bittrex lawsuit. I read the Coinbase lawsuit, the Binance lawsuits, all of the legal judgments. And I listen to all the congressional testimony, like every minute, like everything that every congressperson or every senator has said about Bitcoin for the past 3 years.
This is true.
And then I talk to you about it. Okay, and so here's my opinion, right? First of all, in the beginning, there was Bitcoin, and it was good. And there was a unit of account, and it was called BTC. And there was a network that could not be censored, and it was called Bitcoin. And then along came smart people that learned about Bitcoin, and they arrived to fix Bitcoin. I just heard about Bitcoin. I'm here to fix Bitcoin. And they divided into two factions. There are the people that heard about Bitcoin and wanted to help Bitcoin the hard way. And they worked on Lightning, and it took years from 2015, and they're still working on it 6, 7, 8 years later. And they worked on Bitcoin applications, and they worked on Bitcoin companies, and they worked very hard to raise millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions and billions of dollars to buy Bitcoin. That's the hard way. Then there's another group of people that heard about Bitcoin and they wanted to fix it. And they took the easy way. And the easy way is a few shortcuts. It was, I want to make money by copying Bitcoin. I want to compete with Bitcoin with a new token. I want to bank Bitcoin. I want to rehypothecate Bitcoin. I want to loan you money on Bitcoin. I want to generate yield on Bitcoin. I want to run a Bitcoin exchange. I want to offer you Bitcoin derivatives, and I want to create every other flavor of Bitcoin. And I got the new Bitcoin, the quantum-resistant Bitcoin, and the energy-efficient Bitcoin, and the faster, more beautiful Bitcoin with the crypto kitties on it. Okay, that's the other set, okay? That's crypto. Now, what's going on right now is that and I wanted to create the US dollar on a crypto rail, and I'm going to give you Bitcoin without volatility. And I'm going to give you a network, a crypto network that clears in 1 second, which is cheap and free. So what you see with the regulation right now is the regulators are saying, we're not comfortable with the stable coin, we're not comfortable with the crypto exchange, we're not comfortable with the crypto token, we're not comfortable with the shortcuts, we don't want you to do an ICO, we don't want a corporate coin. And the result of all of that is the crypto ecosystem, which in the beginning was Bitcoin, and then bifurcated into all these other things, is going to come back together and unify on Bitcoin again. And what we're going to see is that instead of the unit account being the dollar, and instead of the network being a crypto exchange offshore, now the unit of account is going to be BTC. And the crypto network is going to be Bitcoin. And if you want a fast Bitcoin network, a fast payment network, it's not going to be a crypto exchange. It's not going to be a proof of stake token. It's going to be Lightning. And the gas is going to be Satoshis. And everything is going to anchor into Bitcoin. So this is a very painful time period for the crypto industry. And you can read it on the news. But it's a very expensive, painful, difficult, educational episode where people that believed in Bitcoin, but then went off to do all of their other altcoin experiments and crypto experiments, they're going to realize that there was a reason that you might want a censorship-resistant network that spit out a block every 10 minutes. They're going to realize that there's a reason for a mining network that spits out 400 exahash of digital power. They're going to realize that there's a benefit to working really long and hard for many, many years to do a Lightning type network.
One interesting assertion and prediction that Michael Saylor makes during the Fireside chat with Weiss is that VCs will flock en masse into Bitcoin. Venture capital firms have been involved in the crypto industry for years, pumping billions of dollars into high-potential blockchain projects and companies. Crypto VC firms typically invest in early-stage startups and provide capital, advice, and resources to help these companies grow. So far, these firms have been more focused on DeFi, crypto infrastructure, security tokens and protocols, crypto payments and remittance services, and wallets and custodial services. Most of the sectors of the digital assets industry are currently being heavily scrutinized by investors, which is why Saylor believes these VC firms will be incentivized to re-examine their strategies and focus on Bitcoin, and every other thing he expects will now be built on the Bitcoin network. Let us know your thoughts on that assertion as we bring you more clips from the Fireside chat.
These things they took for granted, they thought, we can just have our cake and eat it too. We can have a decentralized network that has the dollar as the unit of account, and we can move the money at the speed of light for free. And we don't really need to use energy and mining ASICs and Bitcoin, and we don't have to pay for Bitcoin for gas. We'll just issue our own yo-yo coin, and we'll use that for gas. And I think that those people are going to realize that Bitcoin is the safe haven asset. Bitcoin is the risk-off asset. Bitcoin is the censorship-resistant network, right? Bitcoin is the reserve asset of the ecosystem. And that means that as they lose confidence in their tokens, they're going to trade their tokens back into the reserve asset of the ecosystem, which is Bitcoin. When they lose confidence in an offshore or an onshore crypto exchange, they're going to trade back into Bitcoin. When they lose confidence, when they think that, well, that's not censorship resistant anymore, right? Those are all nation state captured networks. They're going to go back to Bitcoin. And so I actually think that that this is reminding everybody why Satoshi did what Satoshi did. It's going to bring everybody back to their roots. And as people lose confidence in all of these other crypto ideas, which were meant to make Bitcoin better or fix Bitcoin, right? And I'll give people a benefit of the doubt. They're trying to fix Bitcoin, but they're taking shortcuts. Or maybe it was their business, right? I'm going to be in the business of trading Bitcoin, rehypothecating Bitcoin, hedging Bitcoin, creating competitors to Bitcoin, improving Bitcoin. That was their business. I think that they're going to realize that, in fact, the best idea always was to buy and hold Bitcoin, take the long view, and if you see an issue, if you see something that is suboptimal, like I want to pay for a cup of coffee in a split second for free, if you can't do that with Bitcoin, you don't reinvent the ecosystem. You go back and you focus on creating either a layer 2 or a layer 3 solution on top of Bitcoin, and you solve the problem via Lightning or solve the problem by a custodial Bitcoin wallet. And so ultimately, the capital in the crypto ecosystem is going to migrate from the other crypto assets to Bitcoin. As people lose confidence, as they get fearful about all these other crypto assets and crypto exchanges, they're going to go to the thing they know, the thing they trust. And the truth of the matter is, as Eric, as you've told me many times, the crypto people don't just like Bitcoin. They actually like Bitcoin. They just thought that there might be another way and there might be another possibility. And now they realize that Bitcoin is the way. And
there's no second best.
There is no second best. And all of this is, in essence, a massive educational campaign to teach politicians the difference between Bitcoin and an ethical commodity and a security. And you can see it. It's like the senator says Bitcoin, the governor says Bitcoin, the congressperson says Bitcoin, the regulator says Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And all of these lawsuits, and I've read thousands and thousands of pages, there's one word conspicuously missing from all of the thousands of pages. And that one word is Bitcoin, okay? Bottom line, right? It's bumpy. It's a turbulent transition. It's a rationalization of the industry. The industry's growing up, but it's long-term good for Bitcoin. And I think you can expect a lot of the crypto bros that got distracted. Maybe they took off their laser eyes. Maybe they loved Bitcoin between 2010 and 2016. I think they're coming back to Bitcoin from 2023 to 2030, and you're going to see there's going to be an avalanche of people returning to the fold, building on top of Bitcoin, and they're going to rediscover the roots of the crypto revolution.
The consolidation of the entire cryptocurrency industry into Bitcoin is not the only bullish news Saylor discusses for the leading cryptocurrency asset during the Fireside chat. According to the MicroStrategy executive, the current state of the global economy is another extremely bullish news for Bitcoin. Saylor explains that the monetary policies of the past 2 to 3 years have been most debilitating for the world's economy. Saylor believes the reckless money printing, artificially low interest rates, inflation denial, and now the fastest rate of hikes in U.S. history are all too much burden for the global economy to bear, and central bankers will soon begin to cut rates just as fast as they raise them. What happens now, Saylor adds, is that countries will start to redefine inflation, introducing cheaper metrics for measuring the change in the price of goods and services, so they can again turn the printers on. This, of course, will be bullish for Bitcoin both in the short and long term. What are your thoughts on Michael Saylor's assertions and predictions for Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency industry? Please drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.